We do a lot of things by ourselves on a daily basis, but why not solo travel? Many of us eat out or even go to the movies by ourselves, but why not solo travel? When I decided to talk about this particular topic after doing some research, and my research and writings is based on concerns that I have read online. And so I thought to myself, there are concerns, they're valid concerns, don't get me wrong. My focus is more on those who have never traveled solo. It's so exciting when you look on the internet and see so many beautiful and exciting pictures of people venturing travel, and just looking at those pictures, to me, not only because I'm a travel expert or a travel enthusiast, but makes me excited. And I can only imagine how exciting it comes across to people who have never ventured out by themselves. I remembered last year, in the peak of the pandemic, after I spoke with a lot of colleagues, clients, associates, acquaintances, friends, family, of how majority, if not almost everyone, was about or how much they're going to take advantage of travel once travel opens up again. And so that was one of the main reasons I decided to talk about this topic, because I see, and we all know that travel is opening up slowly, all around the world. Just brings so much excitement into my entire being. And so I thought, this might just be a good time to just talk about solo travel, talk about and encourage people who've never done it before to go away, launch out solo, and just go and enjoy yourself and fulfill those feelings that you had last year, pandemic, and we were all grounded. The entire world was grounded. So I thought, no need to wait on family, no need to wait on friends, no need to wait on anyone. Plan a trip for yourself and just go. So if you are wondering about planning a solo trip for yourself this year or the year after, I am here to simply soothe your nerves and tell you, you don't need to be concerned if you travel solo or not travel solo. It's more or less the same thing. If you leave alone, you go to the grocery store, just like I earlier said. And you do is the same thing. The only difference is you're doing it in a different town or different city or different state or different country. The same way you're going to be careful in your own home or your home state or country, it's basically the same way you're going to be careful when you go to a different country or different place altogether. As travel is opening up gradually, I'm sure a few of us are already thinking about, taking the baton and just going off to explore solo. I am here to encourage those of us who have already been doing it, and those of us who've never tried it. I am here to just soothe your concerns. Dear friends, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're a returning supporter, thank you so much for sticking with me. And if you are a new subscriber or this is your first time stumbling on my channel, welcome. Thank you, because really and truly, without your support, I will not be able to keep doing this every time that I do. So if you have never subscribed to my channel, please do that notification bell, and that alerts you every time I drop a new video. At the moment, I'm only dropping videos on Sundays about 6 p.m., 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern. Getting yourself situated. Why don't I just go off and get a drink? Welcome back, my friends. My name is Thia. I go by Thia. Everyone calls me Thia, and so can you. I am your travel expert here at Thia's Travel Services. The topic is going to be based or focused on solo travel. And let me just remind you, I have dropped a similar topic in one of my very first videos. Talked in detail about how at age 16 my parents sent me abroad to go to school, and on that flight I met a woman who lit a fire in me that today I carry on. You know, she said in very simple words, go explore the world. Don't put any limits to it. Go enjoy it. Go embrace it. And that's what I'm going to give to you. Without fear or prejudice, go and explore the world. How you can achieve solo travel without fear. I have a few tips and tricks that I will be sharing on solo travel. And if you have a pen or a pencil and paper, feel free to write them down. I would also put them in my description, by the time, in the video. So feel free to copy them. We're all here to learn and share. Start traveling small, and that is, how about visiting your next town, by yourself? How about visiting if you've done the next town, do the next state, do the next big city. Just go by yourself, get on a bus or drive your car if it's much more convenient for you. Go out and just start slowly but surely. The reason I say start small is because this pretty simple things, but yet important things, help to build our confidence. And if you have never ever gone to eat solo, go see a movie solo. Things like that will slowly build you up, build up that confidence. The reason I talk about starting slowly is you don't want to be taken advantage of when you travel. You don't want to look or come across as vulnerable. You want people to look at you as if you know what you're doing, even if you don't. People just want to know. It's like, I'm sure you've seen examples of sometimes where people who are working, for instance, in different fields, maybe customer service, for instance. When you call those companies, you can hear that the person that you're talking to or is talking to you really does not know 100% what they're talking about. And that's because you probably have been in partnership with that company for a very long time, but you're not going to rudely tell them off and go, you don't know what you're talking about. You would listen to them, and you would listen to how they pick up their momentum when they're describing their products to you. I have called lots of partners, and I hear how some of the agents really don't know what they're talking about, and then only later on find out that but because of who I am, I don't need to tell you off. I'll listen to what you're talking about, but I would also tell you what I know. Okay, maybe it's not a typical example of when the simplicity of it is that you want to have a confident posture. You want to be able to look at people and have conversations with people based on the opportunity of just being able to assume that confidence. Try not to have a question mark on your face. Don't make someone watching you feel like you don't know what you're doing. When you show vulnerability, people take advantage. and you don't want to, not even in your own town. You always want to carry that positive energy and confidence with you in all things that you do, not just travel, but in all things that you do. So carry yourself with confidence and ask questions that are relevant to where you are. Take that confidence with you and launch out into the world and be curious, ask questions, look at the people around you, ask them questions, ask questions that are relevant to them. Make it look as if you've been there before, even if you haven't, but just look around. And that's why it's always nice to do a little bit of research, or maybe a lot of research when you travel. It doesn't matter if you go solo or not solo. Always try to do some sort of research about where you're going to. When you check your attitude towards the people that you're dealing with, you would see that, and when I say check your attitude, that is like, be kind, be warm, be compassionate. Don't be overly friendly, because that also speaks something in itself. But just be warm, be kind to the locals, and you would see that energy will be reciprocated. You will draw people into your fold, and without even you really asking direct questions, people will be answering your questions, because they see the curiosity in you, they see the openness about you, and they see the free spirit that you exhume. And who doesn't want to be a part of that? Number 3. How do I meet people when I am traveling? For me, I have learned to tell myself the things that I intend to achieve on a daily basis. I love to talk to myself. That brings me to a different thing altogether. I make fun of my son, my 17-year-old, all the time because he loves talking to himself. But I found out that I actually do it. And you're not doing it because you don't have someone to talk to, but it's just that you just telling yourself things out loud as if though they were. So how do I meet people when I'm traveling? And I wake up in the morning after my meditation and my personal time. I say to myself, today I want to do so and so and so. Today I want to meet people with so and so kind of energy. Today I want to be a blessing to people. Today I want to do this. Today I want to do this. So how do I meet people when I travel? That's it, basically. And because I know that I've already spoken those words to myself first thing in the morning, so shall it be. I tell people, I walk up to the people. A lot of times we think, or we say to ourselves, oh, we're out there already going and meeting people. What else? Sometimes you might be out there, or you are out there, but you are not actually releasing that energy that makes people come to you. Another thing I was thinking about, we travel and then we meet people we know on the journey. We start leaning on those people, forgetting the reason we truly came there for. Because we came solo, the intention was to be able to mingle. The intention was to be able to meet people and embrace people and embrace their culture. You probably know each other, but you had your itinerary before you came there. So go ahead and just do your thing. Talk to people. Like when you now start mingling or interacting with strangers, I say, ask questions. Start off, like, I love the idea of starting off with a compliment. I mean, I love to go, oh my God, I love your shoes. Oh, I love your dress. Oh, I love your sunglasses. Something like that, because that's what is going on in the moment. And once you throw out that compliment, somebody would definitely say something nice to you or something kind to you. And once they do that, that might just open up some sort of friendship or some sort of rapport. And then ask them questions, like, oh, how long have you been here? Or are you from here? Or where are you from? And, when you ask those curious questions, but ask them in a very warm and friendly and kind way. In that way, it's not like you're probing, but it's more like you're curious, and you're warmly curious, and people like that. And you just find, like, you just end up building friendships or building connections with people that are going to be in that travel with you. Oh, talk about connections. WhatsApp. I think WhatsApp is like heaven made for for travelers, because exchange WhatsApp numbers or WhatsApp connections with these people. End up planning things together, going out for dinner, going places, and yes, you're still solo traveling, but you have people who are also solo travelers, and you're able to exchange or share their experiences as well. I also noticed that a lot of times we I think that's the word, that our happiness is hinged on other people. Truly, our happiness is hinged on us, is based on us, is based on how much we want to be happy and how far we want to take that happiness. It's truly based on you as the individual. I say that because if you love yourself, you will continue to attract love. You will continue to attract people who love themselves and in turn love you, and it just goes round and round, and you just keep receiving and they keep receiving, and no one is getting burnt out. My fourth tip: sure to educate yourself, be smart, and stay safe while you're traveling. Very important. I say that because I see sometimes when people travel, they're very flashy. Don't be flashy. Don't show yourself to anyone. You are on a trip. Enjoy the trip. You're there for a purpose. You're there for a journey. You're there to fulfill that journey. And that's all based on your self-worth, not on the kind of purse you're carrying, not on the kind of clothes you're wearing, not on any accessories you have. She also attracts negativity from people who are already vulnerable and looking to just take advantage of. Personal tip, or my personal way when I travel, is I tend to act like a con artist. Yes, you wonder, what does Thia mean? I become a secret agent of my own. Like I'm very observant. I have my sunglasses on, so and you're watching me, but you don't see me watching you. Those kind of things. I become very, very observant about my surroundings. I am looking when you don't think I'm looking. I'm listening when you don't think I'm listening. And that's really what it should be like. Even in your home state, even in your hometown, you want to be observed, because you just never know what might be going on, or what might happen, or how people perceive you, or what people plan to do in the vicinity you're in. So yeah, be very careful, be very observant. Tip is being mindful of people around you. The last tip and this tip kind of goes with each other. Be mindful of your surroundings. Be mindful of the people around you. They might just be psychopath, not want to be. You also do not want to be suspicious about everyone you come in contact with. So there has to be a balance in everything you do, or investigation agent. No, watch it with your intentions on your trip. If you feel unusual energy with people that you're coming in contact with, peacefully, quietly remove yourself from that surrounding. You don't try to make a show of why you're leaving. Don't try to prove a point. Don't try to explain yourself, but do it warmly. Be fluid in your journey. Have a fluid itinerary so you can do more. I have worked with clients and to their intentions and what they hope and wish to achieve during their travels. It kind of blows me off. They have like different things to do in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and they just get burnt out. And at the end of the day, they come back more exhausted than they were when they traveled. So, being fluid does not mean doing more. It just basically means be open enough to do enough, but don't overdo. My typical way of planning vacations and putting itineraries together is like this. I try as much as possible to encourage my clients to take off at least a minimum of 5 whole days. Yes, it's different if you want to go away on a getaway weekend or something, but I generally encourage my clients to do a minimum of 5 days, between 5 to 7 days, so to speak. If you have 7 days, great. If you have 5 days, I can work with you. If you have 3 days, I'll still work with you. But while I work with you, I would encourage you not to overwhelm yourself and try to see and do a lot of things. So 5 days for me is like a beautiful place to start. And how do I plan that? And of course, how do I plan that? Day 1 will be a day of total relaxation, because first you want to know where you are. So that day 1 is for you, yourself, and you. Just there, getting to relax in your hotel room, getting to walk around your surroundings, go out and have dinner, or have dinner right there on the property that you are. But taking calmness with you, that's what day 1 is for me whenever I plan or whenever I go away by myself. Traveling, day 1 is arrival, day 2 is explore, but just one thing. You're not on a wild goose chase. No, you are on vacation, and you need to take in the moment, take in your surrounding, and in that way, wellness is a big factor in your travel. And of course, mindfulness is everything else that you do while you're there, in your interaction with the locals and with every and anyone, or mostly people who come in contact with you. And of course, if it's a 7-day itinerary, we have more free space. We might end up doing 5 important things that you would love to explore, and still have that first and last day for relaxation. Remember, one of the most beautiful benefits of traveling solo is that you can do whatever you want when you want. No matter what the world says, it's your vacation, you're by yourself, you get up when, and if you don't want to even get up that next morning from the bed and just have breakfast in bed or lazy around there, you just do that. That's why you're on vacation. That's why you're a solo traveler. Nothing planned out. You're not on a time crunch. Number 7. Yes, I did not know we already got this far. Most of us depend so much on our phones. I want to say this. I think we all do, including me. We all depend on our phones, the apps there. I encourage you, take a book with you, like translate a book. I don't know, maybe a dictionary, a small pocket dictionary. Take a map with you. something like that, because sometimes you probably won't even get any connection. There'll be no Wi-Fi connection, or maybe there's no internet. What do you do then? So take a little book with you. Have a paper and pen, paper and pencil, in your bag. Have something. Have things that are physical that you can reach out to use when you need to. Number 8, use your resources. Be it online, be it conversations with people, collate those resources. And that's where I come in. I always say, not only because I'm a travel expert, but use a travel expert. We are all experts in our fields. We acquire knowledge, went to school for different things. My wise mother used to say this: there is a job for everyone. Yes, that's simple. I personally, I would not go fixing my home by myself. Not that I don't know how, not that I can't, but I just feel I could be doing something that I really, really like and love, be productive at that, and let someone who actually learns this thing take it, take over, own it, and do their best and pay them for it. That's how I think. So my mother, when I was younger, she used to go, "Oh, there's a job for everyone." You would never see my mother trying to fix or change a bulb. No. No. I never saw that. You would never see my mom, cleaning her bathroom. No, I never saw that. She had house helps for that, and she paid them for it, So, there's a lot of things that she wouldn't do, not out of pride, but because very simple. Those are people's expertise. They do them. They own them. They can do it better than me. And so, yes, there is a job for everyone. My mother loved gardening. That's one thing I know that she would do herself, or she did herself. And same thing with me. I ended up taking that over. That mantle dropped on me, and I love gardening. You can see that from my plants right here. These are my babies, since my human babies are grown. I started for 5 years. I've been planting, and found out that I have what do they call that? Ooh, green thumbs. Yes, I found that out that I have green thumbs. So yeah, so like yeah, you don't. I know people who do everything. And there's really nothing wrong with that. If you're a jack of all trades, master of all, kudos to you. I just feel a lot of things, that people went to school for, and we should allow them and free ourselves the space, or even if they didn't go to school for it, but they learned it along the way, and they specialize on it, they own it. So give them the opportunity to also produce. The reason I also encourage us to use travel experts is because, just like I said, and I've always said, and I've said in the multiple videos of mine, travel experts, we have first-hand information, firsthand. Online is for searching, travel agents is for booking. It's just that simple. Contact a travel expert. Yes, I know you want to save money, but how much money really are you going to somebody on another line or somewhere who will be at your beck and call when you need them? I think that's confidence right there. Like for me, I'm available. When I put you on a trip, I'm available to you. Yes, of course. I hope you don't call me in the middle of the night. But first thing I do is I save your number on my phone. And so when you call, I know it's you. If I can't talk to you that very minute, I will text you immediately and let you know I'll call you back. And I believe that's what we do. You know, a lot of us do. So give, you know, allocate work to the right people that will do your work for you, just like it was. Okay, this is one of my favorite parts. Be shameless with your pictures. You know, like I have no shame when it comes to asking someone to take a picture of me. Doesn't matter if you're a stranger or not. If I see you there, I'll walk up to you and I would warmly ask you to please take a photo of me with my phone. You know, you need those shots, those memorable shots that you do not want to miss. And you're there by yourself. You know, it might be the waiter, it might be the waitress. Walk up to them kindly, warmly. And a lot of times these days, okay, the other time I was in Turks and Caicos. This is so funny. We called the waiter to take some shots of us. It was our birthday anniversary. And we called the waiter to take shots of us. And the waiter was there, God knows what, doing something. And this awesome guest was passing by, and she saw him trying to take shots of us. And she was like, no, that's not right. She took the phone away from him and started taking shots of us. So it was like so important, and that's how we ended up becoming friends with this guest, because she was, you know, she knew what she had to do with pictures, you know. So you make friends like that. You have a big huge laughter, you know, and that's it. You don't miss the shot, because you need the shots, because they would stay with you for a lifetime. I say, yes, of course, that's if you don't delete them, or you would have regrets that you never took the shot. So talk to someone to take the shot, take the picture for you. Don't be ashamed about doing my friends. These are tips and benefits of traveling solo, so to speak. I would love to read about your comments below. I would love to hear about any solo trips that you've taken after this video. Leave them right in the comments. Give me thumbs up if this blesses you. Tell a friend about it. Share it on your social media pages. And yeah, I'm so glad that you stayed to the end with me. And thank you. Don't forget, subscribe, like, share, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on my videos again. It's been forever so much fun doing this video for you now, so we can go ahead and start planning your vacation. No need to wait. To working with you. I love you guys. Thank you again.